Just a good track.
One thing about me, it's been a lot of things I said that I would do. It's been a lot of things I said that I would prove. Getting it straight. Two things about me. It's taking some time to shine, but you know how we go. This is the new year, but I've been here before. Here before. Follow my way. Yes. You already know the spot. That's off time. I'm almost there to make it off the Norfolk blocks. It's always a race when you go against the clock. You're doing what you say you're gonna do. There's a lot. You already know the spot. That's off time. I'm almost there to make it off the Norfolk blocks. It's always a race when you go against the clock. You're doing what you say you're gonna do. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot, yeah, it's a lot. 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 It's a lot, yeah. I can taste it as long as I can see what it means. As long as I can feed my team. Sure. I'ma be straight, yeah. Keep going, they gon' make it, they gon' doubt you. Peace going, you can't make it here without you. Streets knowing it's a lot that can be said. Thought about it, that's dead. Keep the beat showing, the east blowing. A lot going, keep flowing. Got me going, on top with the streets knowing. I ain't blowing my spot, especially after doing 9 years. You already know the spot. That's off top. I almost didn't make it off the Norfolk blocks. It's always a race when you go against the clock. And doing what you say you're gonna do is a lot. You already know the spot. That's off top. I almost didn't make it off the Norfolk blocks. It's always a race when you go against the clock. And doing what you say you're gonna do is a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Say that's 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 a lot, 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 yeah, that's a lot.
See where I come from? A lot usually means in the breathing. Like if I say I'm gonna do something for you, it's not I got you. It's basically yo, you do a lot. It's basically an agreement. So when you gonna make it, that's a lot. You gonna succeed, that's a lot. You're not gonna give up, that's a lot. You can add your reference to whatever you want to add it to. Just know that if it's positive, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Oh man. What's happening? Waiting. I'm running a little bit behind. Waiting to see if Ant finna pop in or what. Got 3 viewers, 2 viewers. One of them is me, so wherever you might be, thanks for tuning in. Give me there's Ant right there. What's happening, Captain?
What's up?
No comments yet. Oh man. Let's get straight into this one. I'm running behind. 8:17, but yeah, no. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. So, bridging the gap. Solutions to resolving the gender war. Ooh wee. You know, you know. Do a little conflict resolution. Since we women bastards here. So we're gonna do a resolution around this motherfucker.
Yeah, of course.
Some damage control. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, man hates woman, woman hates man. It was never intended to be this way, but yet gender confliction is at an all-time high. Some believe it's prophecy. Some say it's government and propaganda induced. Honestly, we may never know the real truth behind it. The one thing we all can agree on is that we all see it. But that's not enough. That brings about no resolve. Tune in tonight at 8. I'm running late. Eastern Standard Time. We'll call it BPT. So, as we discuss possible methods to bridge the gap between the two genders, conflict resolution. So, like I said, we all see it. We all can agree to that. All right. We can't agree as to why it's happening. Nobody will ever actually truly know as to why it's happening. Rather than focus on why it's happening, let's focus on possible methods of how to correct it or rectify it. Is what I'm saying. Let's take that approach. I ain't got no money for no sponsors, so I'm not showing no labels. So trying to start drinking everything out of a paper bag. Yeah, man. So what you think, man? What do you think would be one possible way of maybe turning things around between the two genders?
I don't know. I would really say it's a generational thing because nowadays, what you have in the internet, and anybody can give their opinion,
Okay.
you're going to get a lot of bad advice.
Right.
So if a lot of older people were like this younger generation and made posts and made videos about men and women,
Mm-hmm.
you would probably get a better perspective. But you can't let somebody that's in their 20s convince me of how a man should act or how a woman should act. I mean, this you just now beginning to get into your adult life.
Right.
So you would be hard pressed to convince me
Mm-hmm.
that that's the right way to go about things.
Right. I
And,
mean, you
and
lack the experience. Right.
right, and I'm not saying about everybody. There's been a few that I've seen that's like, yeah, that makes sense. You're on point with that, but
Yeah.
majority is just speaking out of not knowing, not having the background, not having the experience to really speak on it. They just talking just to get the views, I guess, just to get the likes.
Right. Right. Um. Absolutely. Clout chasing is what they call that now.
Yeah.
Um. I'm with that too. I do see a lot of that. A lot of that manifest, or the telltale of that happening is when people say, "Oh well, I just post what I just post what I like," or I like the meme, or I like the video, so I posted it.
Hmm.
Essentially, you're co-signing that, right? Um,
Yeah, I guess
I mean, essentially, you're accepting.
you
I
agreeing
mean,
with
if you're
everything.
putting a caption and speaking out against something, then yeah. But if I'm a Trump, oh boy, if I'm a Trump supporter, right? I mean, if I'm not a Trump supporter, I'm not going to put anything in the positive light of Trump on my on my feed, right? Um, if you're not a supporter of the LBG, I don't know, of that
That group, yeah,
coalition, right?
just
You know what I'm saying? Then if you're not a supporter, then you're not going to put certain positive, we'll say, uh, 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 posts or memes on your page because that can be perceived as support, correct? Um, even myself, I say sometimes you hear me say, support the page.
hmm
Well, I'm not asking you to spend any money or endorse anything. I'm asking you to simply
just share it.
like, share, you know what I'm saying, or comment.
Yeah,
That's showing support. So
right.
if that is a form of support, then why is it not the other way around? You know what I'm saying? So when I hear that, oh well, I just liked what the meme said, so I shared it. Okay, you're supporting it. Cool. All right, not a problem. Um, just stand on that. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the reason you don't get that kind of support is because people want to halfway agree, and what I mean by that, they're like certain parts, but they don't
Yeah.
want to totally affiliate themselves and say, you know, be looked at as, oh, you believe everything they're saying. No,
Right.
I don't, you know,
Right.
I don't think that way. You know, it's hell. If that's the case, I don't even share this podcast most of the time. You know,
Right.
and I'm the one that's saying half of the stuff.
Right.
So,
Right.
uh, you know, it's just that's just the way it is nowadays. It's a totally different generation, different mindset. And as we said before, there are people that watch this but won't tell you that they watch it.
Yeah. 100%.
You know, they won't share anything.
Yeah.
They won't say they like it, but they'll come to you secretly and say, "Yeah, I was checking you out the other day," and I'm going like,
Right.
"Okay, well,
Right.
hit the like button. It's not going to kill you to say you like what's going on.
That's all.
Just
That's all.
like it." But you know, and it has to do with who we are too, because neither one of
Yeah.
us is famous.
Listen.
So
Right. Right.
I mean, it that factors into it. So
A thousand times over. You know what I'm saying? And I've acknowledged, you know what I'm saying, I'm not anybody's favorite person, and I don't care to be anybody's favorite person.
mhm.
If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. You're entitled to, you like what you like, you don't like what you like, whatever have you. It's weird to me. It's just strange to me that, well, that's where me and a lot of people differ. If I don't like you, I'm not going out of my way to see what you're doing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
you don't
I'm not
exist,
sitting in on your podcast. That's for damn
right?
sure.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you truly don't exist to me. So
Right,
I think
right.
people take that a little personally, especially off the last show. I know they was like, "Oh wow, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
he probably had somebody say, is he talking about me?" Like I said, if I'm talking about you, I'll call your
I
name
tell you.
out. I'm
Right,
gonna tell
right.
you, I'm talking about you, but I
Mhm.
just make general statements. If you don't agree with it, that's more than fine. I'm not aggravated by it or hurt by it. It's just you don't agree, so
Right,
move along. You know.
100%. Um, for me, I think that well, there's a lot of things that I know could be done differently. Probably
Mhm.
should be done differently. As far as the uh, bridging the gap between the two genders. Some of it has, like you said, some of it is social media. Um, Some of it has to do with old and new. Okay, uh, feminism is an old issue that clearly has not been fully resolved. Um, Women still feel like they should be. Um, I think I'm saying that wrong. Women feel like they still aren't being treated fairly or equally. It's kind of hard to treat a person fairly or equally entirely when you're not entirely equal. Uh, for those who might be watching this later, like, well, what the fuck does he mean by that? Um, we are different, and we are different for a reason. There's things that women can do that I, as a man, cannot do physically. Um,
Mhm.
there's things that a man can do that women can't do or are not designed to do for a reason. And so, therefore, are we equal? Absolutely not. You have your strengths, and I and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and my weaknesses. So, respectively. So, therefore, instead of trying to seek equality in that aspect, accept being who you are and how you are and how you were designed for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, it, the essentially, here's what I'm getting at. There's no need for alleged equality because no gender is greater than the next. Man cannot survive without woman, and woman cannot survive without man. They complement each other. A head without a body or a body without a head serves no purpose.
Mhm.
A left hand without a right hand can't clap. A left leg without a right leg can't walk. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's uniform for a reason. There is no my left hand is no greater than my right. You know what I'm saying? And when we come to the realization and understand that, then I believe that things will run a lot smoother.
Yeah, I know. And I had read what you had posted,
Mhm.
and I was like, so there's an actual war going on. I mean, if it is, I'm oblivious to it
Absolutely.
because I'm
Like
like, and maybe because I don't have those kind of issues in my life.
right.
I've
Well,
said that before. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm just saying I don't have that kind of problem.
no. Here's the thing. It. Neither do I. We're in it. That's the problem. Is it's around us. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We're not essentially. All right. So prime example, right? Uh, uh Vietnam happened, but
Mhm.
we weren't in Vietnam.
Right.
Vietnam. I mean Vietnam. The Korean War happened, but we weren't in the Korean War. The Gulf War happened, but we weren't in the war. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like the reality. So what I meant by gender war is this. I don't know. I don't know. Like, and it's not just social media. Boyfriends and girlfriends can't get along. Husbands and wives can't get along. Men and women, period, cannot get along. Uh, uh, uh. But you can't stay away from each other. You get what I'm saying? You can't. There's an issue coexisting, and so oh well, shit. I'm just gonna ward off men. Okay, good luck with that. Well, I'm just gonna ward off women. Yeah, all right, good luck with that. Like, how do you do that? You see what I'm saying? No matter where you go, you are going to encounter a female. No
Yeah.
matter where you go, you are going to encounter a male, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, your personal space. The way we interact with each other is so I hate that word, toxic. the way we interact with each other is so negatively. Like we can't even hold a conversation amongst each other.
Yeah, I would say, and that's why I said social media, because a lot of people nowadays are used to arguing over the internet.
Okay.
You didn't grow up like that. I didn't grow
Mm-mm.
up like that.
Hell no.
It was like, I got a problem with you. I'm going to approach you
Right.
and say, hey, what's going on? I'm not going to get behind a keyboard and go, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Man, look, that right there is a problem to me. I'm like, go to that person face to face. Not saying go up and just immediately punch them in the mouth. I'm saying go up to them.
You say, wait a few minutes.
Right. Like, at least hear them out. Give them a couple minutes. Let them say what they're gonna say. But try
Right.
to have a reasonable conversation.
But
Whether
okay.
it be another man, another woman, or whatever, whoever it is, just
Right.
even in a relationship, just try to have a reasonable conversation. And you all are going to agree on some things you're not going to agree on. So that's just a part of the way things go.
Right. Now, I like that. So basically you're saying communication.
Yes, that's a big thing.
Essentially, and okay, cool, fine, Danny. But essentially, here's one thing when you really look at it, right? The communication between the two genders sucks. But in all reality, when you really look at it, is it really the communication or is it the lack thereof listening?
That too. It's
Because
both.
communicate just simply means to talk.
To talk,
But
right?
if you can talk at a person, you know what I'm saying, but you're not talking to them.
Right. So
You see what
yeah,
I'm saying?
it's definitely both because I can, like I said, I can say something to anybody, but are they really
Yeah,
listening
right.
and
You
trying to
heard me,
understand?
but are you listening? And I'm
Right.
not saying abide by what I'm saying, but in the same
No.
aspect,
Are you
can you
listening?
listen to
And
understand?
not to be the dead horse, but the last show proved that point. You're not
Mhm.
listening to what I'm saying. You hearing me, but you're not saying, okay, let me really listen to what he say. It was kind of a thing of where let me pick certain words or certain phrases and throw
And
that
that
back at you.
and that's usually what happens
And it's like,
in
no, listen
communication.
to what I'm telling you.
Right.
Now, either you go with it or you don't. I'm not saying my word is law. It's just that's what you want to know what I'm thinking, what's on my mind at that moment. I'm telling you.
Right.
So you had the choice to sit there and listen to it. Now, if you don't, then go find something else to do. That's why I made the comment about why are you watching it. It's like
Hmm.
you don't like
You
what
have a
I have to
choice.
say, but you have a choice to say, okay, I'm not going to pay attention to this. But what are you doing? You sitting right there. You
Right.
waiting on something.
Right.
So it's like, what is your point? So that's the problem I'm seeing.
Right. I can relate to that. A lot of people, uh relationships, friendships, period. You know what I'm saying? There is a lot of listening to respond, not listening to understand.
Hmm.
Um Nowadays, you do I do see the lack of understanding is very high. You know what I'm saying? Um it's like sitting down talking to a person. If I ask you, what do you want from me? You can list three things, or let's say three, let's say you rifle off, let's say you rifle off 5 to 7 things.
Okay.
I heard what you said,
Hmm.
but that doesn't mean that I have to comply with that. Maybe out of the 5 things that you said, or the 7 things that you said, maybe I'm only willing to comply with 5 of them.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that I didn't hear you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The thing about it is In that aspect, we're selfish. If a person doesn't get is cognitive thinking, all right, psychology, it says that the biggest problem with human beings is that we're selfish. We want what we want when we want it. Okay. When a person feels that they're not getting what they want, they become angry. Anger is not a true emotion. It's a secondary emotion. There's something that's underlying this. What are you angry about? 9 times out of 10, when you sit back and really look at it, why were you angry? Because you felt like you were being blocked from something that you wanted. But if this is what you want, even for me to compromise, you listed 7 things that you wanted, and I was willing to give you 5. But because you didn't get 7, you got upset. That's selfish.
Yeah.
And this is why I keep going back to using I statements. Accept me for who I am, the person that I am. Be you, but accept me for who I am. If you can't accept me for who I am, then leave me be.
Yeah. And then on top of that, people will tell you, okay, it's no big deal, but they secretly want to change you.
Yes.
You know, they want you to be what they want you to be. And that's not possible.
Right.
It's simply not possible. I don't care how hard you try. It's not possible.
And because of that, that's that is a problem. That is one of the biggest standing issues with relationships. And when I say relationships, I'm not talking about just romantic relationships. You know what I'm saying? A relationship, a friendship is a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Keyword ship. So this is what throws me. It's said that there's somebody out here for everyone, correct?
Yeah, supposedly, yeah.
So if there's even though I challenge that, and I know there is, but what happens is, without getting off into the poly thing, there's more women than there are men,
Okay.
which means somebody's got to share. But if there's, as it said, there's somebody out here for everybody. Friendship, relationship, romantic relationship, the other, whatever. If there's somebody out here for everyone, then go find that ready-made person. Why take something that is not what you want and try to manipulate it, shift it, or change it into something that you want it to be? It'll never work.
Well, I mean, it's that, as a kid, did you play with Play-Doh?
Yeah, every once in a
So,
blue moon.
so, so what did you do? You try to mold it into what did you wanted it to be.
Correct.
Sometimes that's how people treat each other. They try to mold somebody into what they want it to be.
Right. Now, with that being said, right, it's interesting that you use that analogy, because it to this day it still burns me.
Okay.
Like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get this young chick and I'm gonna mold her.
Mm-hmm.
You don't mold
You
adults,
can't
man, you mold
mold, right?
children.
You can't
You know what I'm
mold
saying?
them.
What do you mean? And half of y'all can't mold your goddamn kids. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Your
whatever.
kid,
You know what I'm
is
saying?
out of bounds, but you're gonna mold an
Right.
adult. Come on.
Right. Look, now that's a topic for a different show. But you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, you mold children, you know what I'm saying? And now don't get me wrong, they do say women and children first, whatever have you, but like you mold children, you know what I'm saying? You cannot take a woman and fasten her to your liking. You're not her father.
You
Saying,
can't.
if that's an adult, now you might have been able to do it back in the day when they was taking teenage wives, you know what I'm saying? She was 14 and oh yeah, she's, you know, that might be where that originated from. I don't know. I'd have to look into that. But you can't mold an adult.
No, you cannot.
It don't matter if it's a female adult or a male adult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
You
once
cannot
they get
mold
out in the world and start experiencing life, you're not going to take them and reshape them into the image you want them to be.
right.
That's just stupid to even think that you can do that.
Right. You know what? Here's the crazy thing about it. You said it's stupid, right? It's scientifically proven that it's not possible.
Hmm.
If you think about it, right? When you're a baby, right? You're real flexible. Why?
Because you haven't built up any kind of, I would say, solidness about yourself. You're trying to learn. Your mind is
No,
wide open.
no, keep it simple. Because your bones are flexible,
Okay.
right? So scientifically.
Hmm.
So when you're an infant, newborn, whatever have you, your bones are flexible, which means they're not as easy to break. Now, as you progressively get older, your bones get stronger, 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 to the point where when you break a bone as a child, it quickly heals, right?
Hmm.
Because it's still got a little flexibility in it. As we start getting older, there's this thing called arthritis that starts setting in and kicking your ass and shit, right? Your bones, you break bones. You listen. You ain't gotta fall. You ain't gotta break nothing. Just bump it too damn hard, bruise it.
Yeah, you out of business.
You see what I'm saying? Why? Because your bones are set. They didn't harden.
Hmm.
The flexibility is gone. So if your bones will do that as an adult, what makes you think that you can mold when a child comes down the birth canal? And you were there for the birth of your kids, right?
Hmm.
When the child, I wish a woman was in the chat section right now to validate what I'm saying. When the child comes down the birth canal, the child's head is shaped
A certain way. Yeah, it is.
the shape of her vagina,
Yeah.
her birth canal.
Yeah.
So when he come out, you have to take the child by the head and mold it. If not, the child has the cone head for a couple, right?
Yeah, for a little
Hey,
while. Yeah, and their head is oddly shaped.
exactly. You mold children. You don't mold adults, man. That sucker shit, man. Come on, y'all. It sounds cool. It sounds hip, but it's not reality, man.
No,
And
it's not at all.
no, you know what I'm saying. And that's what I be on. I be on that real shit. You know what I'm saying. It just it's crazy, man. How like you said, the social media has
It's destroyed just basic conversation.
conversation
It,
logic.
to me, it has. It has
Yeah,
totally destroyed basic
yeah,
conversation. So
yeah. Man, it's destroyed so much. It's crazy. Conversation, uh, relationships,
mhm.
social interaction, humanity, for all that matter.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying, you a simple "Hey, how you doing?"
Hmm.
has turned this up. Listen, you remember when Facebook? Remember when Facebook used to have that thing called the poke?
Yeah. Hmm.
Something so innocent as a poke had been turned into something perverse.
Perverted, something sexual. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It turned into a discreet, "Hey, what's up? What you doing?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the
Yeah.
point where listen, I had to tell them, stop poking me, man, straight up, because I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, no, that's not what no, no, I'm not. Listen, I'm telling you, if you wanna conversate, just inbox me. Or
Yeah.
as they call it now, DM. Inbox me. All
DM.
that poking shit, man, you
It,
can miss me
you
with that.
know, if you have my number, send a text.
Yes.
That's all
Yeah.
you got to do. And but I say I don't get it. It's made people uh just stop being personal with each other.
Yeah. You know. Uh uh rather than call the person and say happy birthday, you
You
jump
text,
on them up his Facebook and put it all on
yeah,
the fuck is that
text,
shit? You
text.
know what I'm
And I mean to each his own. I've done it, so I'm not sitting up pretending like I'm perfect. I
saying?
will send somebody a message, but if I have their personal number, I'm
Yes.
more likely to send them a text saying happy
Right.
birthday.
Right.
You know.
You know what? I've gone so far as for me, man. It's gone. It's like you said, the impersonal first off, I'm not a follower. I do my own thing. Um, I've gone so far as to I don't even like I'll see a person on.
Mm.
I won't even message them. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, good morning, how you doing? Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
because now, because now, like we were raised. If I didn't wake up with you in the morning, you say hi or good morning, right?
Right.
I'll see Diana on. I won't even say good morning. I'll see my kids' mothers on. I won't even say good morning
Mm.
because now it's become commonplace. Oh, good morning, beautiful. Like, man,
Yeah.
you're not about to put me in that category. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I see a motherfucker, and then like sometimes like they will shit. You ain't said nothing in a couple of days. How you doing? I'm just checking in on you. "Oh, I'm doing good. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? To the point where like I'll literally sit back and let a person approach me first, or think that I didn't ghosted them because I don't want to be caught up in the fuckery.
Yeah. And you know, I do that, and people have taken it as I got a problem with it,
Yeah, I
and I'm
mean,
going, how? Why don't you ask me if I got a problem with you? Don't just sit up and assume that I have one. Just, hey, what's going on? I ain't heard from you. Oh,
right,
nothing much. I'm not saying you got to chase after me, because I approach people the same way. I let people live. Like I said,
right,
there are people right now that I probably haven't seen or spoken to in over 10, 15 years.
right.
If they just sent a text and say, hey, what's up? What's going on? I'm going to hold that conversation with them.
Hmm.
It's not I'm sitting back like, oh, they don't talk to me, so why should I talk to them? I'm like, no, man, I'm letting you live your life.
Right. I listen.
Well, I'm
I'll
giving you space. I won't say let you. I'm giving you the space
right,
to live your life. You don't have to be concerned about me. You know?
right. See, and I can relate to like me. I'm listen. I be in my own little zone. I be in my head. I be doing my little man. I could be so caught up in research and stuff and all this type of stuff to the point where I don't really be paying attention to shit all like that. Like,
Hmm.
well, how come you didn't say hi, or how come I ain't heard from you? And I hate when people say, well, it works both ways. The phone works both ways. If spoken to, I'll respond. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you don't say nothing to me, then okay, look, no hard feelings, cool, fine, done. Apparently, you don't want to talk. That's how I see it. You
Right.
know what
And
I'm saying?
that's how I've always been. Because as I said before, I got family here. We all live in the same city.
Right,
I
right,
might I might see them once a year.
right. That's why I don't do family reunions.
I mean, I ain't got no problem with that, but I'm just saying in general, I might see them honestly, once, and they'll tell you that. They're like, hey, when we see him, it's like, wow,
Right,
what you've been up to, but that's just the way it goes.
right, right. I just I don't know, man. Like it just for me, like I said, man, people there's an entitlement issue, a severe entitlement issue amongst, people now. You know what I'm saying? People feel like everything has to be. People want things a certain kind of way, and there's nothing wrong with wanting things a certain type of way, but
Mm.
you have to take in consideration that you can't have everything the way you want it.
No, you definitely
You know
can't.
what I'm saying? Shit, man. Listen, in a perfect world, not even a perfect world. In my world,
Hmm.
there would be no uh, 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 per se government. The people would be the government. You know what I'm saying? uh, in my world, there would be no uh, uh, economy. Everybody would have their fair shake. You know what I'm saying? There would be no working class, no lower working class, upper working class, the aristocrat. It'd be none of that dumb shit. Truth be told, wouldn't be no money. You know what I'm saying? Shit, wouldn't be no money. The hell you need money for? Hey man, I need this done. I see that you're skilled at this. Da 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 da. Can you help me? I can help you with this. I mean, shit. That's how it was. It worked in the past.
Yeah.
You know. You know. But yeah, man. Bridging the gap, man. Bridging the gap between the genders. It is gonna take.
It would take a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna take some a lot of, I ain't gonna say a lot of communication, man. A lot of sit down and understanding what's being communicated.
Mm.
Um, to call it negotiating is not really the right word for it, because negotiating means that you're sacrificing. I'll give you this if you give me that.
Mm.
I'll give you this if you give me that.
Did you post that you were live right now?
I'm sorry.
Did you post that you were live right now?
It broadcasted as soon as I started the broadcast.
Okay.
It came through the notification. Now I don't know about on your end. It says, for me, it says "Tell It Like It Is live now at an event, bridging the gap solutions to resolving the gender war. That was 41 minutes ago.
Mm.
Yeah, it came through my notifications, but like I don't, like I said, I don't know. Well, what you got over there?
Nothing. I mean, I saw it and it disappeared. I put it like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
Just,
it could be because you're in here.
okay. I was like, wait a
So it
minute.
might disappear off your notifications because it's almost like you clicked it. It's almost like clicking it and it's like a red notification.
Mm. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. No big deal. I was just having a look, and I was like, where did it go?
No, I dig it. No, it's you know what? Truth be told, I wasn't expecting like I didn't tag nobody. I'm like I said, I'm over that shit.
No, keep tagging them because
uh,
no, seriously, create some interest.
I mean, I put up the I started a discussion just to build the excitement around it. You know what I'm saying, or build
Mm,
conversation. You know what I'm saying, but like I said, a year going in at this point. So it was 4 people that responded, right? Here, let me give you a quick rundown. It was 4 people that responded.
okay.
All right. One person said that they were interested,
Hmm.
which was my cousin Dennis. 3 people said that they were going. One was me. One was Tell It Like It Is, and the other
Hmm.
one was Tiff. And Tiff ain't in here. So you see what I'm saying? Like at this point, a year in, you ain't showed up. You it's all good though. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you know what
No,
I'm saying?
I don't hold it against anybody because I'm
No,
like things change throughout the day. So
yeah. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, I'm not gonna keep, because here's the thing, like my friends list has not changed. So for me to keep shooting out the same and the same people getting the same tag or invite, and the same people showing up or not showing up, okay, well shit, it's not getting out of the algorithm. You
mm,
get what I'm saying? So like, listen, it's you know, you know, when you got to understand, you also got to take in consideration when the audience is female and they don't want to hear what's being said, you become the man basher. Well, they'll deviate. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to hear Hey Beth, how you doing? I knew you were here. uh, well, I knew that because she had mentioned to me earlier if I was going to if I was going late. She had mentioned earlier if I was gonna. She had asked me earlier if I was still having the podcast. Um,
Well, thank you, Bill, for sticking in there.
yeah, no doubt, right? No doubt. So
Yeah.
when you have essentially what it boils down to is it takes a strong person to hear the truth, accept the truth, and swallow it.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? When you are a deflector or you run from the truth, or you don't want to hear about it, you start making excuses for shit. You're bashers or all this type of shit. Well, I mean, that's cool, fun. Like you said, like you said at the last show, there's other shit that you can be doing with your day
yeah,
besides sitting
like
here.
that's the point I'm trying to understand. Is like,
Right.
are you tuning in to be part of the discussion, or
No.
you tuning in just to create chaos?
You tuning in to be nosy, essentially. You tuning. I'll just keep it real. You tuning in to because you know me and you trying to keep eyes on me or ogle on me. Uh, uh, one, and then two. The other reason why you tuned in is because I guess you want to say you're trying to be supportive or whatever have you. All right, that's cool, fine, dandy. But unbeknown to a lot of people, when my shit get when I post something and it gets shared, I get notified.
Hmm. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So if you just sitting in here but not helping word get out, that's like me saying, okay, check this out, right? We about to do a show
Hmm.
out in Cleveland.
Okay.
I got 10,000 tickets,
Hmm.
and I say, here, Ant, here's uh here's 50 tickets, $10 a piece,
Hmm.
and then you sell them 15, 20, whatever you want to sell them for, right?
Hmm.
So instead of you selling the tickets, show come around, you just say, "Hey man, I couldn't get rid of them," and hand them back.
Okay.
What was the point? You see what I'm saying? I gave you the link. You
Hmm.
showed up, but you ain't shared nothing. What did you do? I gave you the ticket, right?
Hmm. Yeah, to sell them. Yeah.
And you didn't do nothing, and you didn't sell none of them. You just gave them back. But you here.
Uh, I don't know. Didn't try.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I
Didn't
mean,
try hard
shit.
enough. I
Right.
don't know.
You didn't, man. You didn't try at all. Shit. I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this. People, I don't know. Listen, one thing I've learned about people. People are money motivated and food motivated. They're the top two motivators.
Yeah,
The top
of
two
course.
motivators in the fucking world.
Of course.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I gave you the ticket. I gave you the link for free
Hmm.
and said, here, go make some money.
Now, in that situation where you were expecting any money back,
No,
huh?
no.
Okay. Okay. So that should have been a easy sale.
That's what I'm saying. I
Because
get
then if I know the money's coming in, even if I was had to give you something, but if I know all of it is coming to me,
right.
what's stopping you?
And look at the connection. The show, right? I,
Hmm.
I post the link. It's free. You see what I'm saying?
It's a free show.
I'm giving you the link for free. You see
Okay.
what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
gave you the link to tell it like it is podcast tonight at 8 o'clock for free.
Hmm. Right. Right.
And you
Right. I get
and,
that.
and you couldn't sell a fucking ticket. You couldn't share it on your page or share it to your
Yeah.
friends. Come on, man. I'm just saying, like, but if I was Little Wayne and said, here's 3 tickets, I bet you would have bought them bitches the fuck off.
Yeah, we discussed that before. It has a lot to do with who's doing it.
Okay.
It
So
has a
that's what I'm
lot.
saying.
So it's like if I was slightly famous,
Right.
which is what I'm not looking for.
Right.
Yeah, it would be way more people to tune in.
Exactly. But this is the point that I'm making, right? Which goes back, like you said, it depends on who it is, who's famous, right?
Mhm.
So that goes back to what I was saying. Don't sit up in here and say you're trying to support me.
Mhm.
Because you're not.
And then a lot.
Every person that has come, hold on one second. Everybody that has come into this into this podcast and sat back and watched has had every opportunity to share
They hit the share button.
the link,
Yeah.
or share a word, or make a review, and nobody has done anything. You can't tell me you supporting me at all. I'm not asking you for a fucking penny.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I get it. Trust me.
Shit.
I totally understand.
I've not asked for anybody to donate, to tip. I've never asked anybody to click the link down there and get stars or send stars. None of that shit.
Mhm.
I've not asked for any monetization or means of collecting money off of anybody in here.
Mhm. Yeah.
All I asked was to get the word out.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't even explain it at this point.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. People don't care. You know what I'm saying? People pretend well. I'm gonna tell it like this. I'm just gonna keep it real. The very person, and this is why I'm getting way off topic, but this is why you and I, one and the same in this aspect. When a person say, "Oh, well, what's wrong?" Nothing.
Mhm.
Because you don't give a fuck. You being nosy.
Okay.
What can you possibly do that's going to change my situation? Once you know, think about it. 9 times out of 10, when the person finally get on your nerves and you finally tell them what's going on, what is the most common response you get? Oh, damn! I'm sorry to hear that.
Right.
The fuck is what is that? I don't feel no better. Ain't shit changed. Now you just know my business, right? And then you gonna go tell some other motherfucker.
That's the common response.
All right then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel sorry for you, or I hate to hear that. I
I
mean,
feel sorry. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for myself. I don't need your you need this shit. You know what I'm saying?
but I
You know, I'll figure it out.
and so I'm like, okay, so I think it's just based off of perception, you know.
Well, we know what perceptions are, don't we?
Yeah, opinions.
Okay.
Pretty much opinions. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Shit.
I told you before. You probably got people on here that's watching, and they don't like you. They don't like me. Okay, you know. Okay, I can't come over and pat you on the back and say, "Oh, I promise I'm gonna be what you want me to be." I can't
Right.
do that.
You know what? I'm not going
Yeah,
to do
I'm
it.
not. It's not going to happen, right?
I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the
Not
best I
going
can
to
do.
happen.
Right. The best that I can do for anybody is to continue to be who I am, what I am, to the best of my ability. I am going to accept you for who you are, what you are, and that's all I can be. That's all I can do.
Yeah, yeah.
If you ask me for some assistance, if it's within reason and within my capability of doing so, so be it. I'll assist. But as far as, oh well, I need you to be that, and I need you to, you need me to be something that you don't even know exists. Oh man, I need my woman to be, man, my woman got to do that. Have you ever had a woman like that? Well, nah. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah,
Man? You know what I'm saying? Stop it.
you in the
You know what
middle
I'm
of a
saying?
fantasy. You know,
Right. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You looking for you looking for a porn star,
that's a
a
gourmet cut.
counselor, you know what I'm saying, a teacher, and your
Right,
mama, and you ain't never had none of this shit rolled up in one
right,
shit
right.
ever.
That's what I said.
You know?
You better get with 10 different women if that's what you're looking for, because
Okay then.
you ain't gonna get
Okay
that
then.
out. Never gonna get that out of one.
Man, hey, man, listen. No. And on the other token, that knight in shining armor, you know what I'm saying? He swept me off my feet and he's gonna give me the world ass shit. You know where he was at?
With his wife.
No, he wasn't not. When you was a little girl, daddy, that's where he was at. And when you became an adult and you moved out his house, you'll never see that man again.
Yeah, that man, that
You'll never
man
see
does
him again.
not exist.
No.
And if he does, he's not checking for you.
Because somebody already got him.
Somebody already got his attention. Do you think he's looking for you?
Well, yeah, because here's the thing. It's a lot. Remember, I said there's more women in the world than it is men.
Yes.
So, some woman, if you got that thought or that idea, somebody else in this world got it too. Which means somebody already beat you to the punch.
Yes.
There's more women than there is men. Ladies, I know y'all don't like hearing this shit, and I know y'all tired of hearing me talk about me being poly, but somebody got to share. Shit, I just get real. Shit.
Even if you're not poly. Okay.
Man, if there's somebody for everybody, y'all
that man got something going on. And it don't involve you. That's just something you got to accept.
Look, that part. Uh-huh.
So yeah, either way, it's like somebody got his attention. So you just got to deal with it.
Right. But let's get back to this topic, man.
Okay.
It's so easy to get away from this shit.
I don't know, because I mean, as far as being on topic, I don't have an answer to that. I know I don't have a solution, but I don't have an answer to that.
I mean, and that's why I said. That's why I said let's discuss possible solutions. Because here's the thing. This is one of those, and I'm gonna put it out there for those who don't seem to grasp when I say this. This is one of those episodes where there is no right or wrong answer. This is when it's all about perspectives and opinions. So feel free to throw your opinion out there. Brainstorming, we're calling for dialogue here. You know what I'm saying? Like what can we as men, because that's what's on the panel. What can we as men do to help bridge this gap? What can women do to help bridge this gap? Because here's another thing I was noticing. Now that we are, and this is another reason why I said the genders are at war. We so busy at each other's throats, right? We so involved in tearing each other down to the point where ain't nobody in the bed reproducing. Real talk. Not the population. What is the word? What's the word I'm looking for? The fertility rate. Not fertility rate. Where people are having children is on the low. It's on the decline. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And trust and believe it ain't because of spermicide or no shit like that. It ain't because of abortions and all that goofy shit that they trying to pump in the media and shit. People just ain't doing it. Not for reproduction, not for procreation purposes. I'm not saying that people are not out here having sex, but they show as hell that they're deliberately not procreating.
Well, that's because, in my opinion,
I mean, shit, that's what this show about.
In my opinion, the goofiness of telling one sex they can be another sex,
That's interesting.
that plays a factor. Okay, let's call it what it is.
Right.
Okay, so I know that plays a factor because you got these young guys out here thinking that they're a woman.
Okay.
If you're a woman, give birth. I want to see
I
you
was
pull.
just thinking that, man. Get
I,
out my
I,
head.
I want to see you pull that one off. I don't care what kind of surgery you do,
Surgery.
what kind of hormone shots you go through. Show
Listen,
me that you can give birth, and then I'll say, okay, you're a woman.
this is what I think. This ain't what I
And,
think.
and I'm not saying that's the only purpose of a woman, but
Right.
that would be the deciding factor for me.
Hold on. This how we go. This I be having some fucked up thoughts, man. I just keep
Okay.
it 100. So I'm about to put this out here, man. Whoever watches this show, y'all can ban me, y'all can block me, whatever. But I got to say this shit. Oh shit! First off, let me set this disclaimer out here. I do not hate anybody.
Yeah,
That's your business.
give your disclaimer first.
Yeah, hey, listen, I gotta keep it G, right? So those who are of the transgender persuasion, man wants to be woman. Like you said, give birth, right? I feel like this. We know that it's not possible, but just like they have to go through a psycho evaluation, now, I ain't figured out all the kinks on the shit. I just had this fucking thought, so bear with me. You said give birth, just like they got to go through a psycho evaluation before they can get the hormones and all that type of stuff. I feel like along with this psycho evaluation, because you want to be a woman, and with being a woman comes along childbirth or the possibility of childbirth. I feel like that they should have to pass a gallstone.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. You pass one of them bitches with no medication neither.
Yeah.
No. With the same medication that women use for birth control. So I mean not birth control, I'm sorry, giving birth. You know what I'm saying? So they can have the epidural.
No. Don't even give them that benefit.
No. We got
no. Do it naturally.
We gotta be fair.
There is no fairness. Do it naturally. Do it naturally, and then have that baby, and then I'll say, yes, you are a woman. But until that happens, you're not going to convince me.
Or listen. So I'm gonna be fair. So they can get the epidural, or they can sit their ass in a pool, you know, the water birth. They can pass the motherfucker in the water, but they should have to pass one before they can say, okay, congratulations, here, sign this paperwork, you're now a woman. I mean, you want everything that come with you want to be a woman, so everything that comes with being a woman, you should have to endure.
Take it all. Take the menstrual cramps. You know,
we know you ain't gonna get those.
Exactly. So take it all.
So pass this stone.
I want you to have all of that to prove to me that you are a woman. You know, have all of that. Have it all. I want you to go through every single thing that a woman goes through.
Listen,
I wouldn't make it simple for you. I want you to do all of these things, and then I will acknowledge you as a woman. But as far as I'm concerned, you're still a man.
Listen. I tell you what, I ain't never passed no stone, but I've heard stories.
I've heard about it too, and I'm like, no way I want.
Hey, listen. Hey, look. I'm cringing right now.
I'm like, yeah.
Man,
like, nah.
Listen, you already know. Look, we as men know the pain of constipation.
Uh-huh.
And you talking about Pastor Stone?
A stove. I would tell you a real funny story. This was like, let's say, many years ago. My sister got a tattoo on her neck, right?
Mm.
And this was before I had gotten any. And this is what she said to me, and it stuck with me all my life. I looked and I said, man, did that hurt? And she said, boy, I just gave birth. This is nothing. And I was like, okay, you just made a punk out of me. So, because now I'm like, okay, I'm worried about body ink.
Right.
And she said, I gave birth. This is nothing. And I was like, you got me with that one. Hey, nothing else I can say after that. I'm hey, okay, you right. You won. Okay.
Hey, I'm just man.
You have won. I have nothing else to say after that one.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, and that's what I was saying in the beginning of the show when I said we're not equal.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We're not designed to handle that type of pain.
Mm-hmm.
Just as well as a woman is not designed to take a gunshot or a stab wound or a bludgeon to the face. You know what I'm saying? It just, well, I feel like I should be able to work in the construction with a man. First of all, I don't understand why you would want to, but okay, cool, fine, dandy. Well, I should be able to work in the same workplace as a man. All right, fantastic. Go pick up that jackhammer. Go pick up that ribbon.
Right.
Now, mind you, we 16 stories up in the air and shit. You know, don't get me wrong. You tie off and shit. But Lisa, you on the rivet gun today.
Yeah.
Oh well, no, I want to work in the office as a sec. Nah, you want to work in the man's. Get your ass out here.
They want to stand out there and hold the stop sign.
Yeah, you know, right. That part.
It's let me see you shovel some of this hot ass.
Advertise and look cute for the passing traffic and shit, man. Come on, man.
Let me see you shovel some of this hot asphalt in the summertime. Then I'd be like, yeah, okay, you got it.
I'm not saying that you can't be a crane operator, none of that shit. I'm not saying it. Listen, I'm not mad at you. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at them funny, and I'm not saying it's a gender job, but
I don't either. But
still. No. Well, no. Follow where I'm going with this. A lot of people like a lot of these dudes be working in a lot of guys. I think it's because it's good money and easy work. I think, but like a lot of these dudes now are jumping into the home health care type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking you. You know what I'm saying? Easy work, good money, cool. But most men don't want to be at. So let me get this right. You ready? And this is why I said it's easy work, good money, because most of you dudes won't even change your own goddamn kid at home.
Here you go.
But you want to whip the ass of a grown ass man. Yeah. Like, yo, man, or woman, whatever have you, know what I'm saying? You want to wipe asses of adults, but you won't change your own child's diaper at home. Make sense.
Because it's paying them. That's all.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
It's paying them. Because
you know what I'm saying? Like that's something that women are not. I'm not saying that women are supposed to be doing, but there's something that women readily will. Let me. With unconsciously just do it. Oh man, the baby's changing. I mean, the baby's crying. Let me go change the diaper.
They're more nurturing. That's why.
Right. A guy, and I'm not guilty of this one, but like I've seen a lot of the homeboys. They have kids, males, sons or daughters, whatever have you, and they'll bark to the wife or the girlfriend, the baby mama, whatever, and change the baby. Dang, man. Yeah. Look, he over here he over there playing the game or whatever. Man, go in there with your mom so she can change it. What the fuck do you mean just change it?
I mean, that's your child. Change
right.
it.
So you won't change your son or your daughter at home, but you'll take your ass over here to this home health care and wipe the ass of a grown ass man or a woman. Make that shit make sense.
As I said, it has to do with money. Now,
Yeah,
if
that $30 for an hour, goddamn it, what shit?
right, I'm tempted, but that ain't me,
Right, to me, right.
Because I
That's
mean,
what I'm
if
saying.
if you paid me to change diapers, I would go door to door changing babies.
Shit, man.
You
Listen,
understand? So
right, no
that
doubt.
they motivated by money.
Right, that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying, and you see how it's tied in
Yeah.
when I said about the tickets, selling of the
Hmm.
tickets. You're either money motivated or food motivated. These are
Hmm.
two major motivators that people have. You know what
But
I'm saying? So like, it's all coming back full circle. The thing about it is we only got two viewers, right? One of them I know is me. The other one is better.
okay.
But the thing about it is this, right? Excuse me. With the reality of it, reality of it is if more people were tuned in, even though what I just stated was was true.
Hmm.
Oh, you being gender biased, or you what the fuck do you mean? You like I said, we all see it. We all see it, but because I choose to speak out against it, or I mean speak out about it, or call some shit out, now I'm the problem. Like I don't.
But I mean, half the time people hear what they want to hear.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I told you there have been times where uh, and it depends on who you are. You can say hello to somebody,
That's just dead.
and then no, I'm just saying you can do that, and they'll be like, depends on who you are.
Yeah,
Why is he talking to me?
100%. That's why I said I stopped saying good morning to people.
Yeah, and then but if you somebody they like, you say hello. It's hey, how you doing? Where you
Exactly.
been? I ain't seen you in the month of Sundays. You just saw me yesterday. We work in the same place.
Hmm.
So stop with that.
Exactly. Exactly. People listen. People speak to who they want to speak to.
Yes.
People interact with who they want to interact with, or who they're interested in. And if you're not listen, and you're not obligated,
No, you're not.
but in the same aspect, I will say this much: I know, I know who's for me, who supports me, who rocks with me, who don't.
Hmm.
You not going. I can't speak for everybody. You not gonna piss on me and tell me that it's raining. I could tell when a motherfucker fuck with me and when a motherfucker on that fake shit.
Hmm.
And if I got an inkling that I'm seeing some fake shit, first I'm gonna say something to you, just to let you know that I'm aware of it, right? Or give you the benefit of the doubt. But then I can see that that's what it is. You don't worry about me.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't listen. You don't have to pretend. When you listen, when you pretend that you cool with me, I'm gonna show you just how uncool we are. You don't have to. I don't understand. Like I don't understand the faking aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like a person, that's fine. You don't. You're not entitled to like everybody. If you don't deal with a person, that's cool. If you deal with a person, you don't have to listen. You don't necessarily have to deal with a person, but how you deal with a person, they're entitled to accept how you deal with them. So if you deal with me in doses, you know what I'm saying? What Katy Perry say, hot and then cold. If that's what it is, I still have a choice to say, okay, well, I'm cool with that or not.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So if not, if it's something that I'm not cool with, you can't get mad.
Yeah,
You
you're
know what
right.
I'm saying? How you for every action there's a reaction. That's the best way for me to put it. For every action, there's a reaction. I'm not saying that you got to speak to everybody. I mean, I'm not saying that you got to speak every day. A lot of it, a lot of what I've noticed too is with the genders,
Mm.
men are big on respect.
Oh no, no, no,
Yeah,
no, not at all. No,
and
no,
the and the
no,
yes,
no.
and the and the moment that a man feels disrespected,
It's a problem. It's
we're
a
out. You know what I'm saying?
and I told you I'm big on respect. That's my number one
Yeah.
thing. And I've had people older than me look at me sideways for no reason at all. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on with you, but keep on looking. Just don't open your mouth. Don't say nothing out of place. Don't think because you old you won't catch it.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Man, listen.
it's that might be the answer to bridging the gap. Be
Shit.
respectable.
That yeah. I mean,
Bro,
there's definitely some
show some respect. I mean, if you
there's
want it,
definitely some respect issues there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And it's crazy because uh, as a man, just keeping it 100, and I've said it all my life, pretty much growing up. I don't give a damn if you like me. Men don't care about being loved.
No,
We don't. I'm just gonna put it out there.
no, you're not lying.
I don't give a shit about you loving me. I don't give a fuck about you liking me. In fact, I prefer, and I'll tell you straight to your face, I prefer that you don't like me.
Yeah, because I said that before.
But I
If you
demand
if
my
you
respect.
if you don't like me, you truly don't like me. I like that because I know you would never ask me for a favor.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you don't even got to speak to me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we don't have to have a conversation.
I don't right. I don't care about because here's the thing: when a person starts to like you
You better watch him.
or love you, relationships too,
Yeah.
the respect factor starts to dwindle.
Hmm.
And that's all like I said, men don't give two shits about being loved or liked.
Yeah. I mean, it's respect me, and I will respect you
Yes.
in return. That's all.
Look,
That's all that needs to happen.
the easiest way, it's weird because oh man, you said, oh man, he wasn't shitting, da 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 da. Oh well, he gone. I'm gonna find me a real man. The secret to keeping a man, find out his understanding or his perception or his understanding or his perception of respect. Guarantee that man won't go nowhere.
Hmm.
If he doesn't listen, and I'm telling you, honest God truth, if he doesn't find test the waters. If he doesn't find lying disrespectful or yeah, if he doesn't find lying disrespectful, he'll let you lie to him all day. If he doesn't find infidelity disrespectful, he'll let you cheat all day. Have a side piece, the whole nine. If he doesn't find uh, 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 you using him or sticking your hand in his money, he'll trick all damn day. Find out what he finds, find out what his perception or his understanding of disrespect. That man ain't going nowhere. Just keep it in mind. Don't break that, and you're good.
But a lot of them are okay. Here come the woman bashing. A lot of them are doing that themselves, so they don't understand it.
Well, yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
If she feel like I can do all this, but you can't do it, You got to be out of your mind.
But again, we're not equals.
Right. And I'm not saying you can't do anything, but if that's the mind state you have, then don't be around me. Just
Right.
go off and do what you're gonna do.
Women are wired different. Like they're not really big on respect. I mean, don't get me wrong, they want their respect,
You want it, yeah. You
but
definitely want.
they're emotional based. So therefore, the love, the
Mhm.
attention, the affection, you know what I'm saying? The sentiment. This is what we as men need to understand and focus on when it comes to them. Uh, uh find out. Here's where I can't speak for every guy. For me, this is what the barriers that I ran into in my relationships. It wasn't consistent. No sooner I figured out what this was, because women are generally, they're never satisfied about anything. So when when I figured out, or when I thought I figured it out, like, okay, she needs more QT, more quality time.
Mhm.
So I'm spending more time. Then something else popped up. It wasn't that. Then when I plugged that hole, oh, it wasn't that. It was this over here. Like, yo, what the fuck? Listen, I have two arms. I am not a fucking octopus. You know what I'm saying? I am not a miracle worker. Go get a therapist. Fix some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like it became very complex, very complicated, and very frustrating. Um, I am not a miracle worker. I have never professed to be. Shit, I don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? I understand that everybody has their shortcomings, their flaws. Nobody's perfect. I get it. But could you at least stick to one thing? You know what I'm saying? I'm in the past, I found myself fixing. I don't know if fixing is the right word. Helping to repair these women for some other man. In a relationship, I spent countless hours and years trying to help this woman become whole, or a better person for herself, build her up, this, that, and the third, for her to go elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? We're not
Yeah.
together. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So, not to say that she's fixed, because since then she's been in multiple other relationships. But I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like,
So it comes down to this: who's the problem?
that part. But I don't
I
know.
mean,
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Um,
to me, it's just like somebody that has job after job and keeps getting fired.
right.
You can't keep saying, "Oh, they don't like me. They got a problem." No, the
Right.
problem is you. you know.
Right. Well, some of see, so that along those lines too. I've said it a lot. Uh, uh, I've even mentioned it in past episodes of the podcast, where a lot of times what happens is people get into relationships, jump into a relationship, and they haven't fixed themselves, or they haven't healed.
Yeah, yeah. Give
So you're
yourself
bringing
time.
that baggage from, right. You're bringing that baggage from the previous relationship,
Hmm.
or the problems from that relationship that you haven't fixed within yourself. Your insecurity stemmed from boyfriend from when you were 14 years old. I don't know that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, he did this to me. And so, well, then go fix that shit. Go address them
Go
problems.
go and talk to somebody. Go not your friend. Go talk to a professional because your friend hasn't had a good relationship since they was born. So
Right.
don't talk to them. Go get professional help. Go seek
That's
somebody on the outside that you can sit down and talk to
Yes.
And yes, it's going to cost you some money to do that, but
Yes.
do it.
You know what? That's another thing too. Um, the past, you said generational.
Mhm.
In the past, we had uh we had grandmothers, we had elders that sat down and talked with uh the granddaughters. We had grandfathers that sat down and talked to our dads and so forth, right?
Mhm.
These people that sat down and got the knowledge from their elders, right? Remember how you said earlier, I'm not taking the advice from somebody that's 20 years old because they lack the experience, right?
Mhm.
So in the past, the insight came from an elder.
Right.
That elder, whether it was a male or a female, when they talked to that young man, he was probably married in most cases.
So,
When when
yeah.
when that elder woman sat down and talked and passed the knowledge down to this young woman, our mothers, our grandmothers, etc., etc., she was married.
Mhm.
This is the goal that most women want. They want marriage, but they sit around the hen house and sit up and consult with single women. Single women keep other women single. Girl, you don't
Yes.
need him. Da, 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 da.
Yes. Yes. And if even if male or female, if you want advice on marriage or anything like that, talk to somebody that's been in it a good 40 years.
You know what?
Because they're going to tell you everything, good
Yeah,
and bad.
right. Yeah, no doubt, and that's the thing. So it's kind of crazy because like the one person that I don't have a lot of male friends.
Mhm.
The one person that I spend a lot of time with, uh, he's like a little brother to me. Mike
Mhm.
Licata, shout out to you. So he just had a newborn.
Mhm.
All right, last month in October. So he's been married,
Mhm.
and now keep in mind he's younger than me,
Okay.
but he's been married 7 years, 5 to
Mhm.
7 years. This is the person that I spend most of my time with.
Mhm.
Why? If I'm trying to build a
Mhm.
relationship, if I'm trying to have a healthy relationship, I need to be around someone who's
That's got one.
in a relationship, right?
Yeah, that
I don't
actually
need to be
has.
around my homeboys. Oh yeah, dog, come on, we're gonna go hit the club and hey
Right.
man, I seen this badass bitch around the corner, man. What's up? Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? If I'm trying to
Have a
have a
good,
family
solid
structure,
relationship. Yeah.
I need to be around people that are family oriented.
You're right.
So this is the person that I gravitate toward. And I don't get me wrong, right? We do a lot of our manly thing. You know what I'm saying? We'll go fishing, kayaking. We'll go ride the bikes together. You know what I'm saying? Uh, there's some times where he'll have one of his daughters on the back. I'll have one of the boys on the back, or the boys will be on their bike and we all go ride. Family oriented things.
Hmm.
Hey man, come on over, man. We about to watch the fight because we both box.
Hmm.
Come on over, man. I'm about to order a fight. Got some wings and everything. So we sitting over there. It's me, him, the kids, and the wife. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? Uh, uh, uh. Last Super Bowl, I was over there. Me, Bestie, him, the wife. We sitting over there just chilling. You know, seeing the kids and stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
I I I do things. I do structured things. I position myself to better myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't need. I'm not gonna say I don't need, because everybody can stand to have a little counseling or a little help. But I self counsel. Maybe because I can't afford to go to a counselor. I don't know. So what do? Is I intentionally place myself in these places or amongst these people. If you want to be a millionaire, you can't be sitting around broke ass people. You gotta sit around entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I sat back. I sat back. I sat back. I talked with one of my cousins. He got his own food truck business and the whole nine. Been doing it for years. Doing great.
Mhm.
I sat back. I talked with him. Then there was times where I wasn't talking. I would intentionally place myself around him, and I sat back and I just studied and watched.
Yeah.
All right, now I got my LLC. I got my own business going on now. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
All from no, I don't get wrong. I asked the necessary questions, but he didn't teach me. He
He showed you.
unknowingly taught me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He didn't sit down and say, "Hey, cuz this is how you do it, and then you got to do this." He went to college for business management.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? When you want better, you will place yourself around people that want better. If you want, listen, Master P, he said, and this is this is some of the realest shit I ever heard, man. I actually had to play it back because the first time I heard it, I was like, damn, that sounded kind of hip. But I didn't really grasp what he was saying, so I had to play it back. He said his grandma told him, or his mama told him, show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Mhm.
I say, wait, what the fuck he just say? Look, I had to sit up, right? Like, wait, hold up. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. The people that you spend the most time with, the people that you're around will impact the direction of where you're going or where you're headed.
Mhm.
If I'm around a bunch of drug dealers or a bunch of petty thieves and hustlers, knowing that human beings are impressionable, and I'm a leader, but like I just got finished saying about my other cousin, what did I do? I sat there and I soaked it up and I learned it. And then I started my own, right? So if I'm sitting around a bunch of thugs and petty hustlers and drug dealers, what's gonna happen?
You most likely gonna become one.
Or I'm gonna end up dead or in
Yeah.
jail.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. I say, man, shit, that's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. You know what I'm saying? As simple as it may seem, that's deep as shit.
But I mean, like he said, his grandmother told him that.
Right.
A lot of these
Exactly.
older
One of the
people,
elders.
a lot of these older people don't want to share that kind of knowledge. So
Well,
there's a big disconnect.
is it that they don't want to share it, or is it the fact that they tired of talking because these youngsters don't want to listen?
Keep talking to them.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one too.
Keep. I mean, really, if you want them to change, keep talking to them
I
because
agree.
and then you got to make sure you're on point as well. That's how I try to be. I can't be out in the club and acting a fool and then telling somebody, "Hey, don't do that." They
Right.
look at me like, "What are you talking about?
And that's
You
right.
doing the exact thing you telling me not to do? Who are you? You know?"
Exactly. And see, and that's why I built the platform that I built. As you can
Uh-huh.
see,
Yeah.
tell it like it is. You know what I'm saying? I do. You know what? It's funny you say that, right? I learned that exactly what you said. Keep talking, right? I learned that. I think I shared this story before, but I'm gonna share it again. A elder or an old head, as y'all like to say out there, an old head told me when I was in prison. Is when I first started my little critical thinking path, walking down that, taking that journey.
Mhm.
He said, man, I've always been this way. When I started learning stuff, this is how you can also tell when somebody's pretending, because they want to share it.
Mhm.
As I was learning, I wanted to share it. So I started running to my peers, you know what I'm saying? And Buki, Jayski, Rail, who was on the last episode, Orlando Tank. He's been on some episodes, a couple other guys, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Hey man, da 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 da. And they'd be like, man, get out of here with that bullshit, man. We ain't trying to hear that shit, man. We trying to play ball or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or man, we playing chorus, man. We playing Donald. And I'd be at the table with them, you know what I'm saying? Playing too, but you know what I'm saying? I'd get in my little, and I got in my little feelings, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm still an infant in my. So I went back to the dude. I said, man, I was irritated. He said, man, what's wrong? I said, man, they won't listen, man. Da, 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 da. He started laughing. I looked at him, I shot him the fair one. I said, man, what the fuck is you laughing about, man? You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't funny, man. I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to reach my peers. I'm trying to reach my people. He told me, say, stop talking to him. I said, man, what you mean stop talking to him? You the one to tell me go, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? He started laughing again. I said, man, listen, stop laughing at me, man. Like, stop with the riddles. Tell me what you mean. He said, listen, young brother. He said, stop talking to them. Talk to the subconscious. They hear what you're saying. You may not, I'm telling you today, you may not pick it up today. You may not pick it up tomorrow. Think along the lines of your kids. It might be 15, 21 years later. It's going to hit. Oh, man, that's what my dad was talking about. Oh, that's what Aunt was talking about. Oh, that's what so-and-so was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The person, as he said, our job is just to plant the seed. All right? Think about this. You go outside right now. You got this big-ass oak tree in your yard, right? Plenty of shade. Roots probably fucking up your water pressure. Kids got a swing hanging from the tree, right? But you didn't plant that motherfucker. Somebody else planted it. The point that I'm making is whoever planted that seed ain't here to see it grow, but it did, didn't it?
Right.
Okay, then. Your job is just to plant the seed.
Mm-hmm.
Keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking. That's what I say. Keep talking.
Right.
At some point in their life, hopefully they get it.
At some point in their life, they gonna get it. They got no choice.
No, I mean it's a lot of old fools out here. That's why I said maybe they'll get it.
Yeah. I would say in that aspect, you might die before you get a chance.
Right. It's like it's a lot of old foolish people.
Yeah, that part
that still haven't caught it, and I'm like, okay, but that's just you.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy because I kind of wonder, and it just kind of hit me. I know we're off topic and all this type of thing, but like, so remember how we used to have used to always hear different Bible verses and all this type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the one, remember how they used to say, every tongue shall confess and every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's what, in reference, if that has anything to do with that. And what I mean by that is, like I said, you may not catch it today.
But at some point,
you're gonna have to acknowledge.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Now I might be on your fucking deathbed.
Yeah.
But at some point, you're gonna have to acknowledge that you now know the truth.
Now I get it. Yeah, it's like
right.
now
Your eyes have been open. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's crazy, man. I don't know why, but it just like
No,
the light
that
just came on. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
that's the truth because that's what I said. I can't have somebody in their 20s tell me about life. It
Right,
just it's not going to click for me because I would just stop and say, "So what have you done?" And I'm not talking about you going to college or any of that. I'm like, what have you actually done? To where I can say, okay, I should
right,
listen to this person.
right. You can't you trying to give me you trying to give me marriage advice
Yeah, and
and
you
ain't
ain't
never been married
never been
before.
married. You trying to tell me how to raise my child, and you don't have kids.
Right. You know
So,
what? That shit tickles me, man, because a lot of these doctors out here,
oh, they're
these
good for
pediatricians
that.
have no kids.
They notorious for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Man,
have
listen.
kids the first, and you can ask, hey, do you have kids? Well, no, I
Yeah, and
don't.
they'll
Well,
tell you no.
then, yeah. So you just going off your medical knowledge. You don't know
Yeah,
what it's
thank you.
like on a daily basis to deal with a
Right.
child. You
Man,
don't.
listen. Me and me and one of my kids' mothers, we used to go rounds with that shit when my son was younger.
Hmm.
Uh she was gun ho like you would have thought you'd have thought the pediatrician was God, the way she thought everything. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
like you got kids, and this motherfucker has clearly stated that he has none, and you have an older daughter, and I got another son, and these ain't the only kids that I done raised, and you going
but they're telling you what's best. Yeah, that's
like, yo,
like
man,
you
come
don't get
on,
up out of
man.
here with that.
Right, man. Listen, we used to butt heads like a motherfucker on that shit,
Hmm.
man. Listen, you know,
Uh,
oh, the doctor said, man, listen, I tell
right.
you what, man, you go and get out. You look, you just go home and get on over, get from over here.
Hmm. Because I had a doctor do that with my son. With between me and his mother, and
Right.
the doctor said, "Well, don't get a baby any water." I'm like,
Yeah, that's that was one of the things that
"Oh,
we
so
put heads on.
water is essential to life. What do you mean? Don't give them any
Right.
water?"
Look, your body is made up of
Body,
97%
yes.
water.
I
And
was
you know
like,
what? No, don't give them water.
I looked at her like, "You really believe in this?"
Yeah, that's what, hey, listen, that's exactly how I was looking at her. I'm
I'm
like, have you
like,
lost your fucking mind?
right. I didn't say nothing at the time, but I'm looking at her like, "You
Oh, I
believe
said it.
this?" No,
I
I didn't because I was like, okay, I'm gonna let you talk. As people say, I'm gonna let you cook. But as soon as we walked out this office, I said, I know you didn't believe that, did you?
hey man, hey,
I said,
listen,
I told you on the front. I said, and she's like, what you mean? I said, water is essential to life. How is it
yes.
that we not gonna give this little baby water?
Listen, truth be told, man, especially if it's spring water or not spring water, yeah. If it's spring water or if you can if you boiled it, cooled it, and all that type of
Yeah,
shit. I
yeah.
get a baby water before I tell you put your titty in his
I
mouth.
was,
You know what I'm saying?
but
Half you chicks ain't
you
stopped
want me to
smoking and all
give
this
yeah,
shit.
you want me to give this formula,
Right, right. It's
but you
got
telling
lead,
me
it's got pieces of metal and shit in it.
But
You know
you
what I'm
saying
saying?
don't give water, and then that's what I hit her with because she was like, "Well, we can use the formula." I say, "Correct me if I'm wrong, but what are you using to make that formula?"
Right. We use
Water, okay?
right. Hey, we'll use formula. This is the formula we're gonna use. E
Uh,
equals MC squared. If you don't give my son some water, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Water. What are we gonna do? Just feed the baby dry powder? I mean,
Right.
it's come on, this. But
Man,
yeah, when you said that, that's what reminded me of that. I was
that's
like,
where I was going with it,
that's
right? I
the
did want to say,
dumbest thing I ever heard. But
man.
you're a doctor. You're a doctor, right? Okay, right.
And
Uh-huh.
see, as long as and here's the thing, right? And remember I was saying about the gender wars, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, because you have a penis, you apparently you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But let me all right, so let me because going back to that, right? The communication, right, is one of the issues that we said, or lack thereof understanding.
Hmm.
Sometimes I feel like it's just the fact that it's not a bashing. I feel like there's so much animosity, so much hatred there because we're so much we're so much different.
Now, I mean, another thing I had thought about this earlier this day because, like I said, I read what you said,
Mhm.
and to me, a lot of it has to do with lack of joy in somebody's life.
Elaborate on that.
If you're miserable,
Okay.
only, only thing you're going to do is make everybody around you miserable.
Right.
So it creates tension. But if you got actual happiness in your life, you're going to spread that happiness to everybody you can. So you got, as you say, a war. You got certain people. I'm not saying just me and just women. You got certain people that are just outright miserable, unhappy with their life. So the
Right.
only thing they know is to spread it like a virus. It's like, let me spread this to everybody else. And
Right.
in some cases, that brings them satisfaction to be miserable instead
Mhm.
of seeking out a way to be happy. Now, if you're a happy going person, man, that's infectious because everybody around you be like, man, you might have a few, oh, why they smiling all the time?
Right.
Why they laughing all the time? Well,
Right.
that's a miserable person. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's interesting you say that, right? Because I asked, I don't remember exactly when it was, but I asked on Facebook. I said, name, and I threw myself out there. Name three things about me that you don't like.
That you don't like. Yeah, I saw that one too.
That was part one, right?
Hmm.
And not many people participated, but I was waiting on it. Everybody, oh well, there was a lot of fakeness, you know what I'm saying? Because there's something about me that you're not going to like. Hell, there's things about me that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? So for you not to be able to, you know what I'm saying? But the exercise goes like this. And it's a very common exercise that therapists use, relationship therapists use. Name three things that you don't like about your significant other. Oh, bam, 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 like that, right? Easy as shit. And then you say, okay, now name one thing that you like about them. Uh, uh,
Hmm.
and then when they finally do come up with something, you can tell because it was rushed, like it wasn't a genuine answer. It was so superficial. Oh,
Hmm.
well, I like his eyes,
Yeah.
or oh, I like her smile. So that's why you're in a relationship because you liked her eyes or because you liked his smile. Like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? So when I do things, man, there's always a method to the madness of like I may not. I know you be watching it. I know you be on point. Like, what is this nigga up to? You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I don't comment on stuff. I just sit back and I go, okay, let
Yeah,
me see. Let me see what happens.
right. All right. So remember, I had posted that one time. I said, "What's more important, the post or the comments?"
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And there was
Uh-huh.
a reason why I said what I said. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I, for one, a person will post something. If the post doesn't grab my attention, okay, I keep scrolling.
Hmm.
If the post grabs my attention, it wasn't so much the post that I was interested in.
Hmm.
It's the comments. I want to
Hmm.
see what the fuck everybody else is talking about.
Hmm.
I want to see what everybody else thinks or how you think. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Listen, as I said, you don't want nobody to know nothing about you. Don't open your mouth. Stay
Yeah.
silent.
But I don't know if you noticed on that level. I post things early in the morning
Yes.
to throw you off because I know you haven't gone through your day.
Right.
So I'm like, if you read this early in the morning, it's gonna throw you off because you're gonna go like, wait a minute, where is he coming from with this one?
Mm-hmm. You ain't had your coffee yet.
Yeah,
Shit like,
you ain't had the time to relax and get your head together.
hell yeah, you ain't even fully
You
awake.
know,
You're like,
it's kind of like somebody walking up, hitting you in the mouth and saying good morning. You know, you're like, wait,
Right,
whoa,
right,
what was that
right.
about? Like,
Absolutely.
so it's like like I said, I got a method too. And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna hit you with something in a joking form. It's nothing
Right.
serious. It's a joke to me, and I just want to see, okay, who read this? That's all I'm doing. I'm like, who read this? Because if you think you know, but you know, oh, he just joking. This ain't nothing serious, you know.
Right, right.
And I get the reactions that I get, but uh, yeah, that's where I'm at on those type of things. But you
That's
know,
crazy.
I'm pretty sure somebody go, oh, he in a good mood. You know, he in a good mood today. You know,
Right,
I
right.
know it's somebody out there doing that. Oh, he's in a good mood. But if I post something like, oh, and I'm sick of this and this ain't going right, and I'd get 1,000 likes.
Yeah, and that's sad too, man, because like the moment, like you said, man, the moment you get to posting some fuckery or some negative shit,
Yeah.
that's when it draws all the attention. Like honestly, this is not a bad topic. We've been off topic. We've been on topic. It's not a bad topic. 2 viewers. All right. 2 viewers.
I'm showing one.
Okay. All right. We'll go with 1 because one of them might be me. We know one of them. Right. We know one of them is Beth. All right. Now, with that being said, right. Last night it was all type of chaos. I'm not last night. The night before, it was chaotic. Got it under control. Some people excuse themselves. All right, cool, fine, dandy, whatever. On the night of chaos, we were up to 7+ viewers.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, did these people tune in, or did Fake Book actually open up the algorithm and let more people in? Oh, these people are over fighting. Come look at this.
Yeah, that's the way I saw it. It was like, oh, drama alert. You know,
Right.
hey, come watch this. Come watch this train wreck about to happen.
Right. Let's watch as host of talk show defends itself. You know that hurts.
Yeah, like somebody else probably could take a clip of it and put their own caption.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, look, you know I got some clips of that shit, right?
Yeah, I know you do. I know. Hey, you know what I did? I did earlier today. I actually sat back and watched the whole show, which is a first for me.
Yes.
I watched the whole show and I was like, nah, I don't feel bad about none of that. I mean, I was like, I don't feel not 1 ounce of sympathy for anything that happened.
And listen, you're not supposed to. The thing about it is, right? If you're speaking honestly, open honestly and directly. What is there to feel remorse about?
There was none, and that's not a joke.
As it said, the truth hurts.
And I noticed that too. It was like it started off at a peak, and then it slowly went back to a normal level of sensibility.
Yeah.
You know, it was a slow train moving, but it moved.
And I tell you what, I'm gonna tell you a lot of it was, honestly, a lot of it was people tuning in trying to see how I was gonna handle that situation. Because at this point it was already established that the heckling was coming from the baby mamas. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like, oh, well, let's see how he worms his way out of this one. Oh, we got his baby mamas on. So they was looking to see, oh, are they going? Nah, I'm gonna hold my own. Because the thing about this is I'm gonna tell the truth.
Yeah, and which you did, and as I explained, because I'm co-hosting, I was brought into it, but at no point did you hear me call anybody out of their name.
No.
Anybody can watch it, and you're gonna say, yeah, he's right.
Right.
Never did that because why? I'm in control of me. So You failed. You failed your little mission because that's the way I saw it. It's like nice try, but you're
And
not
that's
gonna get me there.
right, and that's exactly how it panned out. Because as soon as the attention, the reaction that was expected didn't happen,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll excuse myself.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? What sat wrong with me was, and well, I ain't gonna say it was an eye opener because I don't get shocked. I don't get shocked easily. I don't put nothing past anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You showed me that in my place of business,
You came to cause a problem.
you come in right. You come in and cause a problem, trying to disrupt my business.
Yeah.
This is not just some live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it. This is not just some live stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like I work at so to put it into perspective, let's put it in the corporate world, right? So I work at Brown and Crouppen law firm.
Mm-hmm.
Guys all in this motherfucker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you came up there to the office, my place of business, not my residency, but my place of business,
Mm-hmm.
to air out a personal issue.
Yeah.
What were you expecting? If I didn't own the company, what's the outcome? I'd have got fired.
You got fired. Yeah.
But then you turn around now to show you the games that be played. But then in the same aspect, you'll turn around and say, "Well, he's late on child support. Or I need child support."
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's what what the mothers were doing,
Mm-hmm.
but look how many mothers out here do that.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It's a place for everything. The time and place for everything.
Yeah. And then I kept saying that this is not the time nor the place.
But see, I let it take place the way that it did on purpose,
Mm-hmm.
because for one, because everything's being recorded for future generations. Not future generations. A lot of times, what I do, some things will be personal, but you'll never know it.
Mm-hmm.
Until she came in and acknowledged the situation, nobody knew what the fuck I was talking about.
No.
It could have been old, it could have been new, it could have been somebody else I was talking about. But the reason why I do that is because there's somebody else, male or female, that is going through my situation, has been in my situation, or might go through the situation, and they can see how it can be handled. Or maybe they need some advice.
Yeah. Definitely.
And to see a level-headed male interact with the mother of his children without FUB and
Yeah, none of that happened.
No.
None of that happened. Yeah, there were cuss words being used, but
Of course. I mean, I do that anyway.
that's you, and that's a little bit of me. But
Right.
I didn't say, oh yeah, like you said, oh F you and you this and that,
No.
you be this, be that. I was like,
No, there was no right. There was no verbal, as
no
they like to say, verbally assaulting anybody.
verbal abuse, right? So
Right.
you can, oh, he called me this. No, I didn't call you anything.
No.
I called you for what you were, but I didn't call you a name.
Right. Called you out on what you were
I
doing.
called you out on what you was doing.
Right.
So that's why it got like to the point that I saw it. It was like both of them like, oh, wait a minute. We need to stop. Yes, you need to stop.
Yeah.
And as I said, if you truly feel like we're on here women bashing, stop watching. Create your own podcast. Give your own opinion.
That's just it. They already
But
have.
don't sit up and watch me trying to dissect every word I say and think you're gonna create a problem. You're never gonna do that.
Right. looking to spend something. But
Yeah.
like you said, go create your own podcast. But
Yeah,
they
go
already have.
create your own. Do that.
But here's the thing: they already have their own platform. It's their regular page. You know what I'm saying? If you go look at the page, in most cases, fake book is Dear Diary. Blah 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 blah. Blah.
But I mean, I'm like, go even further, and maybe I tune into that and say, no, that's not what it is.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, it's a dead subject to me. The only reason we bringing it up because this was just on Monday. Today is Wednesday.
Yeah, it was just
This was just
last
a day or two ago. This is not 6 months ago. This happened just on Monday. So yeah, it's still going to be fresh for me. But I'm not sitting up here like, oh, they did this. Man, I made it clear. I don't care.
I mean, shit. It was addressed. It is what it is. Ain't no hard for my end. You know what I'm saying?
We can move on from there. If you continue to watch, then hey, thank you for paying attention to me. But I don't care. I don't care either way.
Hey, you're not supposed to. I tell you what. Should we start passing out should we start passing around the collection plate?
Maybe so, or just based off of yesterday, start giving out participation awards.
You know what? Here's the thing. I started doing that. They call them fan badges.
Mm-hmm.
The whole like I have it all set up where I get enough followers, get enough viewers to the point where I can have I was planning to have giveaways, send free merchandise, this, that, and the third. Who the hell am I gonna give it to? Myself?
I guess.
Hey, so. Beth won today.
Right.
Hey, Beth won 2 days ago.
We keep giving it to Beth. So,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? She's the only person that tunes in. Hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is sitting back, like I'm seeing through viewers.
And you know what's crazy? When I told you I don't look at the page, but when I looked at it, it said 253 followers.
Right.
And I'm going, okay, so we barely have 5 people that watch it. So where are these other people at?
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. Women bashers extraordinaire, but how many guys are following the page? You know what I'm saying? We talking about shows, episodes that were geared toward men, but it was more females in there. I'm giving out information about how child support is unconstitutional, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, showing you where to go to look this up and who to contact, this, that, to fight this shit. And I ain't have a dude in the goddamn comments.
Not one. Like, I was the only male in there, and I was like,
yeah. I'm like, yo, man, I wish a motherfucking dude would say, oh man, my baby mama, man, shut the fuck up.
Man, stop
you know what I'm saying?
Stop it. Don't complain to me if you're not going to talk to her.
You got the information. I'm giving it to you, and you motherfuckers don't want it.
You got the weapon to fight with, but you don't want to use it.
That part. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't get me wrong. I appreciate everybody that tunes in. That's awesome. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad, but I don't give a damn woman, female, woman, child, a man, alien. I don't give a damn about none of that. Cool. Did you get the message? But in the same aspect, this is not all you do is woman, but it's not strictly for women. You know what I'm saying? You gotta and I've from day one I've said, hey, look, we need female participation. Hey, we need a female on the panel. I ain't seen a motherfucker step up to the plate yet.
No, not one.
You got 2 men on this panel, which means you're gonna get more of a male input. Yep. The one time we did have we had Cordy, and her fan was blowing it, you know what I'm saying? She ain't been back since. Right, you know what I'm saying? And she was an older woman, which means, you know what I'm saying, there was some solid insight there. She had been married, you know what I'm saying, divorced, et cetera, but, you know what I'm saying, she had some solid. But yeah, you can't bitch and complain about shit if you
But
ain't gonna help.
even
You ain't
with her
huh?
being on there, we both acknowledged that she was correct on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, man.
And,
Listen,
and if anybody go back and watch it, we both sat back and just listened.
that was one of my favorite episodes, man.
Yes,
That we
mine
had
too.
did.
We both sat back and listened because I'm like, this is
Yes,
somebody that's speaking common sense to me.
yes. The only drawback to that episode, I could not clean
Couldn't
up
hear
the
it.
audio
Yeah.
with her damn fan. Other than, and I tried my damnedest, but I tell you what, truth be told, that was my favorite episode.
Because I was like,
And
okay, not only is it a woman, this is somebody older.
yeah,
So I'm gonna sit back and listen to what they got to say. I'm not gonna be like, oh, she don't know what she's talking about. I'm like, hey, speak it. I want to hear this. I
mhm.
definitely want to hear it, but I
it,
didn't.
it's crazy, man. Like remember we had that one episode where we were talking about is there a right or wrong way to curb somebody? Remember that?
Mhm.
And the whole podcast was all females. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool, fine, Denny. But they was chiming in, Elena, all them. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all at now? Elena's sitting up watching. Elena's sitting up watching another podcast, which she's been watching for years. Uh, similar to this, but it's a woman giving relationship advice or setting up dates,
Mhm.
but she's single.
Hmm. Interesting.
How you gonna give some advice and you like? I mean, you know what I'm saying. If you ask me my opinion, I get to you, but I can't necessarily say that it's advice. You see what I'm saying? Like I can give you my input. All right, if that's what you want to call advice, but what advice am I giving you? How to stay like how we can be cool? I can give you this. I can't give you no input on how to. Oh yeah, girl. If you want to keep a man, or if you want to know how to keep a man, go ask a man. If I want to know how to keep a woman, I'm gonna go at the one person, man. Listen, on some real shit. And damn, I miss these conversations because I could just imagine. She don't have Facebook, but I could just imagine her. She probably would have created one just to sit up and watch, or she would have watched on YouTube. My mother,
Mhm.
man, listen, any questions that I had, hey man, here's the situation. And she gonna give it to me straight.
Uh-huh.
Nope, you in the wrong.
Mhm.
Blah 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 blah. Nope, she's in the wrong. The ex-wife. Anytime she had and that was some real shit. Smartest move she ever made. Anytime she had an issue, well, we was she go ask my mom.
Mhm.
Why is this? Da, 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 da? Who better to ask? You get what I'm saying? Like, who is you gonna ask? Your homegirl? Your homegirl don't even know me. What's she gonna tell you? She gonna tell you, oh, you don't need him. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all back at the club. We split up. Y'all back at the club, and you sitting there chasing some other motherfucking shit. Like, come on, man, make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. And I don't know, man. Like I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. People need to do better.
Yes.
Straight up.
Yes.
People need to do better.
But I'm saying, as I said, topic wise, I have no clue as to how to possibly fix that. I'm gonna tell you, I have none.
Well, I'm gonna say like this, right? We've been on here for 2.5. I mean, 2.5. We've been on here for 2 hours, 9 minutes, right? And you see how many comments we got,
Two.
which means apparently nobody else knows either.
I don't know because it's only showing 2 viewers on my end.
Right, but what I'm saying is this: if we would have been on here talking some bullshit or shooting some yin yang, it'd have been probably about. Normally, we average. If you notice, right? Normally, we average about 150 to 200 comments. We get all type of motherfuckers. Oh yeah, da, da, da. Even though it only be
Yeah, I would say it's only like 3 or 4 people, but
right, but it's a constant flow of dialogue.
mhm.
What do we got?
Just see.
We got I'm here, and this ain't no shot at her.
No,
I'm here, and sorry, missed the last half hour or more on a phone call.
no problem.
Okay,
Yeah, no problem,
and no,
man.
I'm not. No problem at all. Thank you for tuning in. I'm about to sign off. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. You're just gonna have to catch the replay. But what I'm saying is this is goes back along those lines of you said, man, as far as the topic go, I have no clue.
Mhm.
And clearly
Nobody else does.
nobody else does either, because ain't nobody even said nothing.
Mhm.
To the point where I feel like people might have even been intimidated to even respond and thus didn't tune in. I mean, don't wrong. Maybe it's a topic that you feel like, okay, well, I'm not knowledgeable, or I'm not touching that because it's cool too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
It's no problem with being wrong.
and there's no problem with not knowing either, or
Yeah,
saying I don't know.
yeah, there's no problem with that. That's why remember I told you I said don't put up what you want them to talk about.
Yeah.
I say you might draw more attention that way because then they're like, oh, I want to see what's going on.
Yeah, being nosy. Yeah.
Right, but
Tried that approach.
the last show was the prime example of you put the topic up front.
Mm-hmm.
That prepared certain people to say, okay, yeah, I'm ready. I can't wait till he starts this up.
Right.
You know, they were ready. They were already chomping at the bit before you even came on camera. You know, but try to play it off like, oh, this happened before. No, you were ready. You was waiting to give your opinion, and still didn't give the facts of what the hell was going on. So I'm like, come on, you making yourself look stupid. No other way to say it. You making yourself look stupid. So if I had a problem like that going on, and you're the person I need to talk to, I'm gonna talk to you directly.
Also, your phone would have rang.
You know, I'm not gonna beat around the bush and
Right.
it was this. It was no. Look here, I got a problem with you. Okay.
Hey, nowadays, if nowadays you hear people say, "I need this safe," I need in order to open up or talk to you. I need to have this safe space. So apparently, like I said in the what you call it in the description of the last episode, let this be a safe space. Apparently, they took for it. They went for it.
It ain't safe.
Hey, listen, man.
You done basically drop blood in the shark tank.
It
It ain't as safe as you think.
right now.
You got my attention, and that's what you did.
Yeah. Hold on one second. There's a comment on the floor. So Beth says, I prefer to listen and add here and there, but truthfully, I get shy to get into big conversations on a public platform.
Hey,
Teach his own. I ain't mad at you.
I wouldn't beat you up because of that. I mean, this.
Right. Some people, just like you can't, like some people can't do what is it, public speaking? I know she's not watching. She might watch the replay or whatever have you. I'm gonna throw her up under the bus. She's not here. It's the truth though. She can punch me in the mouth later or whatever. She'll cuss me out or call me or whatever. But Diana is woo. She like she don't do public speaking at all. You know what I'm saying? Big trigger for her. But as far as like this right here, where she can behind the scenes, or even if I were to, even if she were to pop in, but not be on camera, she'd be able to pop that whip. She'd be able to float. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not asking any. I mean, we both said, hey, we would like a female to join in.
Yeah,
But even if you don't, just say your opinion.
that's all I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to be on camera. Everybody is not. I'm not a camera person. I'm just happen to fall into this.
I'll say 1 year later.
Yeah, exactly. Things have changed because at no point, as I said before,
Yes,
did I think about doing a podcast. I was like,
yes.
yeah, nah.
I mean, Sue, remember when you first mentioned it, you say, hey, cuz, can I sit in? It's like therapy for me and shit.
Right, and it has been because now
No
it's
doubt.
like
Because I tell you what, you definitely opening up, boy.
this has got me opening up because normally I'd be like whatever,
Yeah,
but now I'm like, yeah, let me let loose a few
yeah,
things.
and that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Uh, one
no,
hundred percent.
but Beth, I understand that it's not to say, oh, you need to be on camera. No, if you nothing wrong with listening. At least you listening. I give you that.
Yeah, 100%.
You,
And
you,
and and again, like I said, I'm gonna throw this out here. It's definitely appreciated. Thank you very much.
at least you're listening. So yeah, that's definitely appreciated. But I'm not gonna make you feel guilty for not commenting all the time or wanting to be on camera. No, that's not for everybody.
Right, right, right. Yeah. Well, 10:28.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure. Uh, any closing comments?
Maybe we had to do this more often. You know,
Yeah, I'm trying to get back on the regular schedule.
I know, and I say I know everybody has their own life, but yeah, it's and I don't know, do it a little more often. Maybe see what happens with that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. With that being said, the next show would be Friday.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
same tell it like it is channel, same tell it like it is time.
Yeah, I say, yeah, if you have to, tell them tomorrow that you're gonna do something Friday. You know,
Yeah, I probably should.
it's just a suggestion.
Right, right. Nah,
It's gonna
you
be
know,
what it is.
right. That part. I'm always open to suggestions.
Mhm. Okay.
Hello. But yeah. On that note, man, my old ass about to pack it in. um, as far as I go, man, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm. It was asked of me at one point. At one point it was fun,
Hmm.
um, and therapeutic for me. I do enjoy talking to people and talking to you guys. I do enjoy sharing and learning. Um, very therapeutic. I'm not gonna say very therapeutic, but it is therapeutic, and I learned some things each time I'm doing this show. But it's no longer fun for me. Um,
It's not fun for you anymore.
no, honestly, it's not. It's not even. Um, so with that being said, when it gets to the point where it's no longer therapeutic for me, um, I don't know if you're gonna want to take over or whatever, but I'll be done with it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I'll be
trust me.
shutting this shit down. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed the time that I've had with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But in the same aspect, like I said, it don't. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I've seen enough, and I know enough, and to understand that it's not going to manifest into what I envisioned it to. Um, with that being said, sometimes you just got to recognize when to step away from something. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with last night's. I mean, not last night's, but Monday's episode at all.
Mhm.
I'm just saying it's not hitting for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not hitting for me.
Okay. I mean, hey, I understand. If you stop, you stop.
Yeah.
I don't think you should, but I mean, personally, I don't think you should. But yeah,
Right.
If you choose to, then okay.
I mean, like I said, it's not in the immediate future, but I can clearly see that it's slowly dragging to a halt. I'm just being honest with you. I mean, shit. 3 viewers, like you said, it was how many followers did you say? 2 something?
250 something like that.
250 something, right?
Yeah, you can go to the page of the show. 250.
Let me go look at this real quick. And this isn't a oh, I'm mad at you and oh, people are not tuning in type spiel. That's not what this is. However, when you have, and I understand people have their own lives, this, that, and the third. When you have 55 likes and 254 followers,
right,
and consistently 3 viewers, I can talk to y'all in the messenger or text you or call you. You know what I'm saying? For all that, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to spend 2.5 hours of my day setting up and scheduling for a podcast, talking to nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Hell, I can be downstairs playing the game. For the past 2 hours, hell, I could have been down there playing 2K or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, or not even that. So like even on some other type of shit. Like for real, the past 2.5 hours that I've been doing this, I could have been in there spending 2.5 hours with my son.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's therapeutic, but it's not equating to worth my time anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it don't cost the viewers a dime. I ain't gonna talk about what it's costing me, but you know what I'm saying? So you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So like I said, it's not immediately. And I do appreciate those of you who do tune in, but it is slowly dragging to a halt for me.
Okay.
But on that note, thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you guys on the next show.
All right. See ya.
Later.
Maniac, schizophrenic flow, Bishop, Milano. These bitches hate me, but they yo ho. Fuck a nigga bolo.